Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. Sims 4 video. Another build. Sorry about that, I couldn't think of anything to do. We're back in Newcrest. Newcrest. Do I have to do this every single time I begin a video? Newcrest. Across the street from the previous build on Avarice Acres. Tranquil Crescent. The tiny 30 by 30 lot. I thought today I would make an attempt at a cheap, inexpensive build. But I also wanted to make an inexpensive build for a large family. So this does sleep 8. I've got like the adult bedroom and 2 for the kids. And I have enough beds for 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 kids. Whatever ages you want to make them, doesn't matter. I went more neutral this time as well, because I figured this is more of a download house than me just trying to be artistic. What's the word? Creative, which I'm not. And I went more with children's items than adult items, because I think these types of homes are played for that purpose, like the 100 baby challenge, and now that the high school years is out, this type of a build would probably be of interest. I'm sorry if you can hear my chair. I always have to apologize for something. Anyway, I had fun, but I was very anxious about it. I did not want it to be samey like I always build. So I think I did a few things a little bit different. But then I stopped worrying about that and I concentrated more on items inside the house. How I could keep the house small and inexpensive while also having those skill building items and fun things to do as you're playing in the house. So I went a little cuckoo. I went a little cuckoo with landscaping, and then I went back and I readjusted things. My game does not always show me, like when you're in free build, which is where I am right now. I'm in free build, so I have no idea how much money I'm spending. But in the upper left corner there, if you click on that box, it will show you the amount, the worth of the house or lot at that time. For some reason, my game will not adjust. It sometimes does, and it sometimes, most of the time, does not. It just won't show me what I'm spending. So I went into this completely blind. I had no idea if I was going way overboard or not. So I had to sense this. I had to really take a look at it and go, I think I went overboard here. Maybe I should cut back on this. This probably isn't necessary. And that was the only way I could gauge keeping the cost of this house down. And it was frustrating, but it was fun. It took me a couple hours to do this. And I don't always show you the whole build because I can't do these things live. I will be able to do a lot more live in the wintertime when everybody goes inside their house and shuts their doors and windows. And they don't have to cut lawns. And so that's what it just squeaked in under 50,000 simoleons, and I think that's okay. I'm sure a lot of people would like a much cheaper house, but it's not a beginning house, it's a family house. And I would call this 50s Americana. This was the standard in the late 40s through the 50s for house building across America. This is what they built. A broad ranch with 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. So we will go into more detail here, but I concentrated way more on the kids in this house than the adults. So there's not that much. I did give the adults gardening. So I guess they would just be taking care of the kids. I don't know how those playthroughs work. I don't watch them, the 100 Baby Challenge ones. It's something that doesn't interest me, and only because it's stressful for me, even if it's a game. I think that's why I don't enjoy shoot 'em up games. Although I was a huge fan of PUBG when it first came out. Man, I could watch that forever. But it was more strategy. It was strategic for whoever you were watching that was streaming the game. You're just watching his character go through the motions. It's not as colorful as Fortnite, which I have never once watched. And it's a little more subdued. So that's really the only shoot 'em up game I've ever participated in. So this would be their living dining off the entrance. And again, I went with, stop saying again, muted tones. Because I just didn't want to inject myself into this house, this build. I made it for anybody who is interested. This would be your kitchen area. I did give a laptop for the adults. You have to have one. You've got to have some kind of a computer in this game, or nothing's going to get done. Because I guess it would be difficult to send an adult to like the library or a nightclub when they've got kids at home. Although I think the game injects daycare, if that happens. So this I would consider the master bedroom, the main room where the parents would be, which I thought came out kind of pretty. It has the basics. There's a mirror in here and a dresser, but there's also one in the bathroom. It's kind of weird. If you really want a low budget, yeah, maybe I could try again. One item, the essentials only house. So here I figure 4 kids could stay comfortably. There are 2 diaries in this room for the kids, and they have the Blarfy. And then in the next room, I call that the nursery maybe. They have 2 Wabbit tablets in here and a toy box, which I'm sure all of the kids can use if you don't lock them out of these rooms. The best thing were the curtains. I never cared for those curtains because they were always fish bones every time I saw them. And that growth chart is adorable. I love it. And the vampire carpeting actually worked in that room. So this is the only bathroom in the house. But it does have, again, the essentials. The tub, I said again. A tub and a potty and a mirror. I think that pretty much covers it for what you would need. Even if you had pets in here, I think that tub would be okay, although I think that's gross. I would never wash an animal in the same tub that I would bathe myself in. I would want a separate tub. We used to have one out in the yard, and then we'd bring it into the basement near the drain, and that's how we took care of Yukon. Well, that's how I took care of him, because we also had one in the laundry room, but he wouldn't jump into that tub. But there was a drain in that room too, so this would be like seating for that. If people keep knocking at your door and you've locked them out, you could sit there and chat with them if you wanted to. Very pretty, absolutely gorgeous surroundings. I think I put a telescope in this one for the adults. I'm not sure. But 90% of this is for kiddies. I think the telescope probably got 86'd in my cutting back. After all was said and done, I just looked at it again. I went, nope. I mean, I had those shrubs lining the front of the house, and I think those are $240 each. It was a dumb thing to do. I had a lot more outdoor lighting. I got rid of all that. But I still think it looks okay. It looks livable. It looks presentable. and I'm not unhappy with it. The only thing I'm disappointed with myself in is the fact that I couldn't get lower than the 49,000 simoleons. But it's not a cheap house, it's a family. No, I was going for cheap and family and I failed. I don't think I failed. I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. Gosh, I love this world. I think New Crest is my favorite. But I like the outcome and I hope that you guys do too. Thank you so much for being with me to the end. I do hope you enjoyed this. I thank you so much for supporting my channel as well. Subscribe if you're interested. And like the video if you did. Take very good care of yourselves now and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.